Friends, relatives, strangers, and enemies, good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Texas Conservative Channel, where I'm coming to you from Jasper, Texas, right by the airport. And we're 2 days away from a vital election that could be one of the most important that America has faced in many years. And, of course, here on the Texas Conservative Channel, I talk about the 5 red state fundamentals. That's national security, national missile defense, taxes, energy, and the Second Amendment. And there's been one added lately, that could be considered a fundamental, and that's health care with an asterisk. So we'll continue this discussion about health care on another day. But right now, I want to talk about national security. And I don't want to ruin everybody's Halloween, but it's something that needs to be discussed. And during the course of leaving no stone unturned and leaving no Democrat Party bullshit unchallenged, I have to point it out here on Texas Conservative Channel that the national security approach by the Democrats is fatally flawed. Now, the Democrats have brought out some big guns lately, and one of the big guns is former President Bill Clinton. Now, I wonder why they're doing this, considering the history of Bill Clinton. And I don't mean the Monica Lewinsky business. Everybody knows about that. No, I'm talking something far more important than that. I'm talking about national security. I'm talking about Democrats. I'm talking about General Hugh Shelton, who worked for Bill Clinton. I'm talking about Colonel Robert Patterson, who used to work for Bill Clinton, because these brave soldiers have came forth to tell the truth and to tell it like it is. And seeing as how national security is something that's very important, and it's something that should be considered by voters, it needs to be pointed out here on the Texas Conservative Channel that a horrible failure occurred by the Clinton administration. Bill Clinton made one of the gravest errors that a president could make. So you have to wonder why Barack Obama's parading him around like this. Well, maybe it's because Barack Obama doesn't know, and maybe it's because Barack Obama doesn't care. But either way, it needs to be pointed out, and do so I shall. During Bill Clinton's presidency, he lost the nuclear launch codes. The President of the United States carries around an authentication card about the size of a library card. It's his ways and means of communicating with his generals. That way, if he needs to launch a counterattack, if Russia or China hits the United States, he's got that code that he can use to confirm that he is the actual President of the United States, so that they don't launch the missiles at somebody prematurely. Well, Bill Clinton apparently lost his nuclear missile launch codes. This is confirmation. You can read the book by Lieutenant Colonel Buzz Patterson, Dereliction of Duty, where it talks about the massive failure, about how he went to go link up with the president. The lieutenant colonel that carries the football, that launches the nuclear missiles, has authentication codes that go with it. The president carries that in a biscuit. It's about the size, of a library card. Now, it's the president's duty to check in with his military aide. Now, when the military aide went to go confirm, well, the president did not have his nuclear missile launch codes. I mean, he screwed it off as if it was a library card or something. He screwed it off as if national security meant nothing to him. So there was a 45 to 1 hour time period, if not more, where Bill Clinton would have been unable to counterstrike had the United States been under attack. Now, this is a fatal error. The Democrats can't claim to be for America when the people in their hierarchy that gain the presidency screw off national security and screw off the nuclear launch codes. Now, Lieutenant Colonel Buzz Patterson is not the only one that confirms this story. General Hugh Shelton said Bill Clinton lost the codes for months. So this is a bigger pattern, people. This is a pattern by the Democrat Party, and you find it under these stones. When you do research and you actually take time to listen and learn about the so-called party, the Democrat Party, that feels they're for poor people, when actually they're for screwing poor people and hurting America. You know, like this is the prime example. And you have to wonder, since Barack Obama believes that Bill Clinton was one of our greatest presidents, he's pulling him out. He's pulling him out of the stops, pulling him out of the hole, bringing him on out. You have to wonder then, does Barack Obama keep his authentication card with him? Barack Obama, are you out there? Barack Obama supporters, do you think the president has the authentication code card on him? Or has he just screwed it off like his fellow Democrat? You know, Democrats screw off national security. Jimmy Carter actually sent his to the dry cleaners. And Democrats are just not smart enough. They're too stupid to handle national security. You know, Barack Obama is no better. The way he's not giving military pay raises, giving Al-Qaeda back to Iraq, giving Al-Qaeda to Afghanistan, you know, letting Iran on the pull-out strategy sessions after they sent IEDs across the border. What in the hell is going on? Well, folks, it's the Democrat Party. As I try to tell you and tell you and tell you in episode after episode after episode, from setting sun to rising sun, the Democrats are out to screw America. They don't care if America gets nuked from one minute to the next. They don't give a rat's ass. All they care about is power and making people more poor. And obviously, they're succeeding at that. You know, they think they're expanding their voting pool, but folks, you know, here on the Texas Conservative Channel, as I'm keeping track of the failures of the Democrat Party and relaying this information, there is one card that's more powerful than the nuclear launch code card. And folks, it is the voter's registration card. Use your voter's registration card. Go down to the voting booth and let the Democrats know that you don't like it that the people in their hierarchy lose their nuclear launch code cards and blow them away at the polls. And of course, that's what I'm going to do. I take national security very seriously. It's my business to relay this information. I don't owe anything to my fellow man other than to relay this all vital, important information. And during the course of that, I'm hoping people will listen. I'm hoping people take time to go vote, listen, and learn. It doesn't take much, just an interest. All it takes is time enough to get your voting card, time enough to hear about Lieutenant Colonel Buzz Patterson and read about him, and of course, as always, time enough to come here on the Texas Conservative Channel where I tell it like it is. I'll see you on the next episode.